Hello again, hackers. One thing that might help as you are peer reviewing and revising this narrative blog is to go back to the discussion boards and take a look at the feedback that I gave you and your colleagues. Now, I didn't necessarily give everybody feedback, but I did give some feedback to exceptional posts in the discussion board itself. The reason I do this is because I would like everyone to notice an excellent example of a particular assignment. So one thing that you could do is go back and take a look at those and see, for instance, if I posted Mr. Burns from The Simpsons saying excellent, that means it was probably an excellent post, and so you could take a look at that post if it wasn't yours and see what did that student do to make such a quality post, and see if you could emulate that in your own posts. Now, some of the discussion boards I didn't do this in with the memes because I was having some problems of my own with the computer at work, so no worries if you don't see any on some of the discussion boards. It doesn't necessarily mean that it wasn't a good post. What we're going to be doing before Wednesday is to review each other's rough drafts, and we're going to do it in a very systematic way. So if you take a look at the discussion board where you posted your rough draft, you will see that there is a list of names. Those are all of the students in alphabetical order of their last name who posted their rough draft on time. The way that we're going to split up the peer reviewing is you're going to answer questions. There'll be a link to those questions also in the same discussion board that you uploaded your rough draft. And you're going to peer review the 4 people below you. Now, you want to make sure that you're using the list that I put up on the description of the discussion board itself or in the learning module. Because if you just go by the list when you click on the discussion board, it might be out of order. You might have it sorted in a different way. So make sure and look at the list that I have on the learning module or the discussion board description there and go by that and peer review the 4 people below you. It's very easy to do this peer review. You just answer the questions and then cut and paste your answers with the questions as a response to that rough draft post. Now, if you are near the bottom of the list, you might not have 4 people below you. So what you would do in that case is when you run out of people to peer review, you would just start back again at the top of the list. So if you were at the very bottom of the list, you would just start again and peer review the first 4. If you only had 2 below you in the list, you would do those 2, and then you would move up to the top to finish your 4. So I hope that makes sense. You're going to answer these questions for 4 of your colleagues, the 4 below you in the list that I put up on the learning module. And hopefully everyone will be able to get this feedback to their colleagues by Wednesday at midnight, because we want to give our peers a couple days to be able to think about our feedback and to be able to revise based on that feedback to have the best blog possible. The final blog will be due on Saturday at midnight. So make sure and give your peers good quality feedback. Make sure and take into account all of the good quality feedback that you get. And again, Wednesday by midnight is when our feedback is due, and Saturday by midnight is when the final digital narrative blog is due. One more thing that I wanted to mention is my virtual office hours. So if you look to the left-hand side on the menu, you'll see a link for virtual office hours. And if you click on that link and put your name in, we can chat in real time if you have any questions or concerns. Now, I will only be in that chat room when my virtual office or when my real office hours take place. So take a look at the syllabus, make sure that my office hours are being held, and I would be happy to chat with anybody online, especially if you're having concerns still about drafting this narrative. All right, hackers. Well, good luck giving feedback and revising your blogs, and I will see everybody online.